Roof came off their house, the water came in, and now they're sorting through what's left. News Channel 7's Gretchen Kernbach has more on the devastation Hurricane Laura left in its path in Ragley, Louisiana.
The roof that used to be on top of this house is now all the way over here on the side of the road. Destruction is widespread in the Ragley neighborhood north of Lake Charles, and the community continues to rebuild. For Tiffany Ivy, rebuilding began the very next day after Hurricane Laura made landfall.
For the first few days, just walking in, trying to deal with everything, it was heartbreaking.
Her family of 8 evacuated the area for the storm. What they found when they returned was devastating.
This is the only home my kids have ever known, the only home my husband's ever known, and my late father-in-law built the house.
The storm ripped off the metal roof, then causing major water damage. What you see in the yard is what did and didn't make it.
There were things that belonged to my late father-in-law that my mother-in-law had kept. She wasn't able to keep because they were damaged.
But not all was lost.
Thankfully, we had a shelf in the house that belonged to a son of ours that we had unfortunately lost. And everything on that shelf survived, and we just don't know how that managed to happen. The Lord had his hands on us.
Tiffany says the next few days will be spent sorting through the rest of the house, which she says is now practically unlivable.
We now have mold growth.
Florida volunteers arrived Thursday to aid Tiffany's family with rebuilding their porch, which was once sagging, almost ready to collapse. They, too, recognize the community's hardships.
I don't know that there's any words that could explain the devastation. It's the most devastating thing that any human being could go through, losing every piece of property that they had.
Tiffany says it's heartbreaking comparing what she had before the storm to what's left. And for some, what's left is hardly anything.
We were hit hard. It was a Category 4, almost a 5. And to say that it wasn't as bad as they expected, what did you expect, to come through and see nothing left? Because that's what some people have, is nothing.
In Ragley, Louisiana, Gretchen Kernbach, News Channel 7.